Do subscribe to Ekeeda channel and press bell icon to get updates about latest engineering, HSC and IIT JEE main and advanced videos.
Hello friends, in the last lecture we have studied that there are different law of chemical combinations, and in which we are going to do the second law, that is the law of definite composition. So let us see what does this law states and how the chemical reaction obeys this law. So let us see it. So talking about the second law, that is the law of definite composition. So this law states that any pure compound always contains the same elements in a definite composition, and in this case the composition can also be mentioned as proportion, and definite composition by weight irrespective of source or method of its preparation. So what does this means? Suppose if you have got or if you have discovered a particular chemical, and if you have tried to make that chemical by using different kind of elements, and as the same if you have replicated, so if you observe that the particular element or the particular compound that you have been discovered or you have been prepared, they will have the same constituent of the atoms, or number of atoms will be the same of a particular element, and in this case the other where you have been synthesized that a new or replicate of that particular compound, the thing is the both will have the same number of elements that are being involved. So this says that a particular compound will have a definite composition or definite proportion of a particular element. So let me elaborate it by giving an example. So basically the first example is for H2O, and as we know the H2O is being present and we also can synthesize by combining or by the combustion of, that is, hydrogen and oxygen, so as we could get the vapor as H2O. But in both the cases, suppose if we have a glass of water, and in a particular lab if I have synthesized water by using the help of or by combining hydrogen and oxygen so as to produce water, that is H2O, and if I take this both samples and if I test that how many atoms of hydrogen are being present in the water, that is a tap water, and how many atoms of hydrogen that are being present in a particular synthesized water that I have been synthesized, suppose. So in both the cases what I am going to find it out as, in H2O there is 11.11% of hydrogen, and how this number has I've given this as 11.11. This is because suppose this is 1 mole of H2O, and 1 mole of H2O is nothing but 18 gram of H2O. So suppose in that case if I take the ratio, that what is the number of percentage of H2, so there are 2 H2 and 1 H2 has a atomic or molecular weight of 1 itself, so therefore the 2 divided by 18, that is the overall mass of the H2 for making it as 1 mole, so 2 divided by 18 will give you a value of 11.11 percentage. So therefore in this case the H2O has 11.11 percentage of hydrogen, while the rest would be the oxygen itself. Again we could do a particular calculation, because the oxygen, which has a molar mass of or atomic weight as 16, divided by the total mass of this molecule, molar mass of molecule, that it would be 18. So 16 divided by 18 will give you a value of, that is, 88.89 percentage. So in this case what I am trying to say it as, even though if you take a tap water, or even though if you synthesize a particular water, so in both the cases the ratio or this kind of percentage by weight will be the same for H2 and for oxygen. So this is the law of definite composition, which it says. And talking about another example, so it would be very much easy to understand. So talking about NH3, when I talk about NH3 and when I observe that the molar mass of the overall NH3 is nothing but, for 1 H it is 1, so but there are 3 H are being involved, so therefore it will make a particular 3 hydrogen will have 3 gram. Okay, and for nitrogen it has been 14. So suppose the overall molar mass of ammonia in this case is suppose 17. So what will happen is, if we divide the thing that we have did for H2 also, so the 3 divided by 17, if you get, then you will get this thing, that is 17.64 percentage of hydrogen that has been involved, and the rest part would be for nitrogen, that is 82.36 percentage of nitrogen is been involved for ammonia. So the ammonia can be produced also, as well as ammonia is being present in the nature also. So if you testify for both of them, you will get the same kind of percentage by mass for a particular hydrogen and for nitrogen. So this law clearly indicates that during a chemical combination or during a chemical formation of a particular compound, or a compound which is already existing in the nature, the number of elements will be the same as the number of elements that we are going to synthesize. So it doesn't depend on the irrespective of the nature that we have found it out. So it would be the same for everything. So therefore, these are the laws that we are being mentioning or we should concern during a particular reaction. So this is the thing that what I was trying to say. So thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you have understood that what is the law of definite composition, and share this video with your friends. And yes, don't forget to subscribe Ekeeda channel. Thank you so much.